Hello. Just wanted to check in on how everyone's doing. I know this time can be pretty tough. Winter is long, at least in Montreal, it's long and dreary. And I honestly can't remember the last time I've seen the sun for an extended period of time. It's been pretty ugly out, which can weigh on the mood. Add to that, all the stuff that's going on in the world, or even all the stuff that might be going on in our personal life. And, it can get, some days can just be really tough and feel really overwhelming, or just there's low motivation and we're not doing what we want to be doing and we're hard on ourselves or hard on our situation. And it could just feel very heavy. Or there's anxiety, depression. And I'm just, how are you guys doing? How are you doing with this? Just generally. And I mean, I can speak for myself, like I know this morning for me was a pretty tough morning and I was feeling all those things I just mentioned. And the purpose of this video is really to talk a little bit about that. And first of all, to say it's okay. We all have these moments. We all have days where things are just not going well and we're discouraged. And like I said, the winter could be really rough for some people. So first of all, it's okay if you're having those moments. And take it from an expert shamer, self-shamer, I should say. Shaming yourself doesn't help. In fact, I'll speak for myself, it just makes me feel worse. And it can often just make us feel even less motivated and even more discouraged. So you don't have to shame yourself. It's okay. Like I said, we all have these moments. The good news, the really good news is that we can shift out of those moments easier than in a way that's less complicated than we think, because it's easy. It's so easy to get stuck in those moments. And we can actually, just by changing our framework, just changing our mindset, don't have to stay stuck feeling so overwhelmed and so down. And I want to share with you a completely ridiculous way I was able to do that, in hopes that, if you want to, by all means, use it, or just to have you thinking about, how you can get yourself out of those moments if you're feeling like you're in one of those moments. So this morning, as I was, like I said, kind of down, just having a pretty rough morning, I went to get my coffee and I put it in my favorite mug, which is this mug right here, because I love Winnie the Pooh. And looking at it makes me smile. And so I was doing that. I was just trying to cheer myself up a little. And I was looking at the mug and just kind of like, oh, Winnie the Pooh. And then I looked at what it said at the bottom. And that's, today is my new favorite day. And something clicked in me. And I thought, well, because my first thought was like, today is absolutely not going to be my new favorite day. It's a pretty crappy day, actually. And it's just started. And then I thought to myself, well, what if I could try to, like, who says today doesn't have to be my new favorite day? And maybe, like, what can I do? Maybe there's something I can do to make today my new favorite day, or at the very least, a better day than what is happening right now. And what I noticed, and was really interesting, was when I started asking that question, well, our mind is a funny thing, and our mind likes to find solutions. So as soon as I started asking myself, like, what can I do to make today a better day? Suddenly there were answers. Suddenly it was like, okay, well, I could, take just 5 minutes to just decompress, take a nice warm shower. I could exercise a little bit, because even when I don't feel like it and I still do it, I feel better. So suddenly I was a little more motivated to do my morning exercise. Then I had this amazing conversation with a friend, and it just really just changed my mindset and changed my mood. And I guess that's what I'm getting at. It's not necessarily the best day, but it's definitely a better day than it was this morning. And we all have the power to do that. So for me, it was a ridiculous cup that made me think about it and made me ask myself. And that could be something maybe you can ask yourself, like when you're feeling down and you're feeling hopeless, and it's easy to go down the rabbit hole of like, oh, this is bad and this is bad and this is so terrible and it's out of my control. Maybe just to take a breath and ask yourself, how can I make today, if not the best day, a better day? And just see what comes to you. You might be surprised. So that's my tip for today. When we're feeling kind of down, just how can you make your day a better day? I'd love to hear your suggestions. I'd love to hear your ideas, comments, questions below. And hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.